Cuéntame. Why retirees are abandoning Costa Rica for Colombia. $34 specialist visits. Keyword: healthcare costs Mexico, Panama, Costa Rica, Colombia. 2026 thumbnail hook. $34. Cardiologist. No insurance. No wait. Date: 2026. 8/16 duration list. 12/14 min country. Mexico, Panama, Costa Rica, Colombia pillar. Cost of living to healthcare stat. What? Book. 00030 $34. That's what a cardiologist appointment costs in Medellin, Colombia. Not a GPP. A cardiologist. No insurance required. No referral. Same-day availability. That same appointment in Phoenix. $380. San Diego, $420. And Colombia isn't even the cheapest country on this list. We're comparing healthcare costs, quality, and the public versus private decision across Mexico, Panama, Costa Rica, and Colombia. 4 countries. Tens of thousands of Americans already retired there. By the end of this, you'll know exactly which country wins for your specific health situation, and you'll know the $15,000 mistake that American retirees keep making in 3 of these 4 countries. Gradability promise 03132. We pulled 2026 pricing from Expat community reports, hospital public pricing schedules, and live insurance quotes across all 4 countries. These are not ballpark figures. These are what people actually paid this year. Here's your roadmap. First, the public healthcare secret Costa Rica hides in plain sight. Most Americans retire there and miss it entirely. That single mistake cost them $1,380 per year in insurance premiums they didn't need to buy. Second, Panama's reputation as LATAM's gold standard is mostly earned. But there's one specific scenario where it completely falls apart. I'm telling you what it is before the 2:30 mark, not buried in minute 9, where most channels conveniently hide the inconvenient numbers. Third, Colombia's price-to-quality ratio is so far outside normal, it should make you skeptical. We verified it with real hospital pricing data. It holds up. Stay for the decision framework at the end. 3 questions. Under 2 minutes. You'll know your answer. Section 1. The setup 130.30 goal. Every country here runs 2 parallel systems. Public health care for legal residents, private health care for anyone paying cash or carrying insurance. Most American retirees automatically assume they'll go private. In 3 of these 4 countries, that assumption cost them money they never needed to spend. Pattern interrupt on screen graphic. Public versus private. The cost gap Americans ignore. Here's the actual math. Legal residents in Costa Rica can enroll in the CAJA, their national public system, for 11% of declared monthly income. Declare $2,000 a month. You pay $140, $220 a month. That covers specialist visits, hospitalizations, surgeries, prescriptions, comprehensive, real, ga, boy, base. Not a backup plan, an actual system used by every Costa Rican citizen. Mexico's public system in SS is even sharper. Flat enrollment under $450 per year. Not per month. Per year, total. Pattern interrupt split stat card. IMSS annual enrollment, $447. US Medicare Part B, $2,122 year. Same concept. 1/5 the price. Panama and Colombia don't offer equivalent public enrollment to expats. That changes the math significantly, which is why your residency situation shapes this decision as much as your health history does. 2 of these 4 countries give legal residents real public health care access. Americans routinely skip it, assuming it's substandard. That assumption costs an average of $1,200, $1,800 per year in unnecessary private insurance premiums. Section 2, Panama 30430 Panama earns its reputation. Hospitals Nacional and Clínica San Fernando operate at US quality levels with US-trained physicians, Joint Commission International Accreditation, and English-speaking staff throughout. Private GP visit, $50, $80. Specialist, $80, $150. Emergency room, $200, $400. For complex care, cardiac surgery, cancer treatment, joint replacement, Panama is genuinely the strongest option in this comparison. Pattern interrupt, call out. Panama wins for complex procedures. English required situations. US equivalent quality. US equivalent quality. Here's the catch, and I'm giving it to you now, not at minute 9. Specialist wait times in Panama's public Seguro Social system run 4 to 6 months for non-emergency appointments. Expats who enroll expecting fast specialist access hit this wall regularly. The workaround long-term Panama expats actually use: private insurance for specialist access, Seguro Social as a hospitalization backstop only. That hybrid runs $180, $250 a month for a healthy retiree in their 60s. Pattern interrupt. Text overlay. Panama's real monthly cost, age 65, $180, $250. Better than the US. Not the cheapest on this list. Panama wins if you need complex specialty care, require English-speaking physicians, or want JICI accredited facilities. If the lowest out-of-pocket number is your primary variable, keep watching. Section 3, Mexico 430-630E. Mexico has the most dramatic price variation of the 4 countries. Where you retire matters more here than anywhere else on this list. Private GP visit in Mexico City or Guadalajara, $25, $60. Specialist, $40, $100. The same specialist in Merida or San Miguel, $15, $45. Pattern interrupt. Price comparison graphic side by side. Mexico City Cardiologist, $65. Mérida Cardiologist, $38. Medellin Cardiologist, $34. Phoenix Cardiologist, $380. Mexico's private hospital tier splits cleanly. Hospital Angeles and Medicasur in major cities match Panama's quality for complex care. Regional private hospitals handle routine and urgent care well, less reliably for high-acuity specialty work. IMSS enrollment, $447 per year flat, changes the math for legal residents. The real weaknesses. Specialist wait times run 6-10 weeks in most cities, and specialist availability thins out fast in smaller towns. But for primary care, prescriptions, lab work, and hospitalization, IMSS is functional and underused. Pattern interrupt call-out box. IMSS catch 6-10 week specialist waits. The fix. IMSS for hospitalization for $40, $65 cash. Private specialist visits for anything urgent. The hybrid most experienced Mexico expats run. IMSS enrollment for hospitalization coverage, $447 a year, plus cash private visits for specialists when needed, $40, $100 visit. Total annual spend for a healthy retiree, under $2,000, including the occasional cardiology consult. Sounds. Section 4. Costa Rica, 630-830 TU. Costa Rica has the most underused healthcare system of the 4 countries. Most Americans retire there and leave significant savings on the table every year. The CAJA, Costa Rica's universal public system. Legal residents can enroll. The math, 7-11% of declared monthly income. At $2,000 month declared, you pay $140, $220 month for comprehensive coverage. Pattern interrupt on screen calculation. Declare $2,000 month all pay. $165 month coverage includes specialist visits, surgery, hospitalization, prescriptions. No copays at point of care. The catches are real. Kaya specialist wait times average 3-5 months in most provinces. Dental coverage is minimal. The system works best for retirees healthy enough that they don't need specialist access urgently. Emergency care, however, is prompt. Private care in Costa Rica fills the gaps and is still reasonable by us standards. Private specialist visit, $60, $120. Private GP, $40, $80. Escazú and San Jose have strong private hospitals. The expensive mistake, skipping CAJA entirely and buying full private insurance at $280. $400 month for comprehensive coverage when CAJA enrollment plus targeted cash private visits covers 95% of real healthcare needs for under $200 month. Pattern interrupt side by side. Full private insurance $300 month. Kaya cash private visits $185 month. Annual gap $1,380. Over 10 years $13,800. Costa Rica wins for retirees who want developed expat infrastructure and are willing to work the hybrid system. It loses for anyone who needs fast specialty access or wants the lowest number. Dire. Section 5, Colombia, 8:30, 10:30. Back to that $34 cardiologist appointment. Let's verify it with a real source. Clínica El Rosario, Medellín, Quintana. Public pricing schedule, August 2026. Cardiologist consultation, 145,000 COP. At current exchange, $34.18 USD. Same day availability confirmed by 3 separate expat community reports in the past 90 days. Pattern interrupt, receipt image on screen. 145,000 COP Chucal, $34 USD. Clínica El Rosario, Medellín, August 2026. No insurance required. Private GP visit in Medellín, $10, $20. Specialist, $25, $60. Emergency room, $80, $200. At work, $5, $30 per panel. These prices hold in Bogotá, Cali, and Cartagena with minor variation. Colombia's top-tier private quality is legitimately strong. Clínica Universitaria Bolivariana and Clínica Las Americas in Medellín carry international accreditation. English-speaking physicians are standard in expat-dense neighborhoods. Response times are fast. The catches. Colombia's public EP system is bureaucratically difficult for expats to navigate and not worth pursuing without local administrative help. Most expats go fully private, which still runs only $60, $120 a month for comprehensive international health insurance covering Colombia, plus emergency repatriation. Patent interrupt. Cost summary card, Colombia. Private insurance, cash. Visits $85, $120 a month. Annual healthcare budget, healthy 65-year-old, under $1,500. Colombia wins on price. Not close. If cost is your primary variable and you're comfortable with a country that's less established on the expat circuit than Panama or Costa Rica, the math isn't a competition. Decision framework 103012 at 0. Question 1. Do you need complex or ongoing specialty care? Yes, mama. JIC accredited hospitals, US trained specialists, fastest access for serious procedures. Pay the $180, $250 a month in private insurance. The quality justifies it. Question 2. Is minimizing total monthly spend your primary goal? Yes, in Colombia for pure cash costs. Mexico if you qualify for IMSS and will actually use it. Either route keeps your annual healthcare spend under $2,000 for a healthy retiree. Question 3. Do you want the most developed expat infrastructure at a manageable cost? Costa Rica, if you want CAJA enrollment and Spanish language integration. Panama, if you want English-speaking everything and hospital quality nearest to us standards. Wow, IQQ, a big deal. with the app stand. Pattern interrupt, decision matrix on screen. 4 countries, 3 criteria, specialty access, lowest cost, expat, infrastructure, each scored with colored indicators. The $15,000 mistake, choosing a country based on reputation rather than map. Panama's reputation is real, but for a healthy 65-year-old who needs primary care and occasional specialist visits, Colombia's annual cost runs $1,200, $1,800, $1,000. Over 10 years, that's a real number. 12, 1230. If this narrowed it down for you, the next video you need is our Medellin cost of living breakdown, rent, groceries, transportation, what $2,500 month actually looks like on the ground in El Poblado. Link above. Link above. Subscribe if you want numbers, not vibe. We don't do LATAM is cheap. Move there. We do the math so you don't have. Oh, yeah. Otro, 1230, 13 out. $34 for a cardiologist. That's not a typo. That's not a one-time deal. That's what 50,000 Americans living in Medellin already know. The question was never whether LATAM healthcare is affordable. The question was always which country's math matches your life. Run the 3 questions. You have your answer.